is BREW by Pandasaurus Games. What do you think, gents?
I like it a lot. I think it's a really interesting like worker placement game. It's what's interesting about it is unlike a lot of games, you don't have to focus on one strat. Like halfway through, I completely changed my strategy, and it's not impossible to do because you like 3 cards or whatever, 2 or 3 cards, and you got a whole new thing. So there's a lot of options, and it's constantly you're trying to play the hand you're dealt and not what you want to build.
I feel like this is a game I could play with, like, 5% of my friends.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's a game that I'm actually really keen on this. I think it's very interesting. But I feel like so many of the people I know would be like, never again.
I was going to say, yeah, it's so much crunchier than I really expected it was going to be, even just based on the rules.
If you're tired of playing, like, Magic with your friend group, this is a great game.
But yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, this is not something you break out at the big party
no,
gamer.
Right, yeah,
no.
This is for your gamer friends.
Yeah.
I like the mechanics of the pets or whatever because they are incredibly beneficial if you get the right ones, but you also potentially need to burn through each individual deck to get to the quote-unquote right ones, and you can only keep...
To try and find that synergy.
See, and now that's another very interesting thing. Having these powers,
yeah.
It's like, woo! Some of the shit you were able to pull.
Because I, like...
Yeah, Kyle's was
for my forest control, like,
power.
I was never out of the running on any forest until I just didn't have enough dice.
Yeah.
Especially with the creature I had that was letting me grab
the
energy berries instead of regular things. So I just kept on burning energy berries by putting my die on top of somebody else's.
And then once we started scorching everything, that's like wow. I'm like, oh man, that's
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to this game, but they all work. My one complaint, and I think it's the reason that you can't play this with a whole lot of people, is the fact that like all of those different moving pieces, it's like there are some games like Fort we played last week. There are some games where there are a lot of moving pieces, but you can effectively tune out some of them and just focus on the ones that you're working with.
Yeah.
This game, I feel like you kind of have to stay keep your attention.
That first turn was awful for me. I got like no potions. I had like one animal. Everyone stole all the forest. I had nothing because I wasn't doing good, and I was like, oh crap.
But yeah, I do like the character powers. I'd be interested to try playing the game with swapping them around, play with different character powers because it does definitely affect.
Oh my gosh,
your engine
for sure.
The art is sharp too. Like it's nice and crisp. These designs are not slapdash at all.
Yeah, it doesn't it doesn't look like sometimes board games can kind of look like it's like they're kind of stealing like images from like they're not stealing, but it feels like they traced some other like. But this feels like it's a generic fantasy, but it feels like their version of like everything fits all together, and I love how weird these creatures are.
Well, it's like
the creatures do feel very Miyazaki. You mentioned that earlier.
Have you played Killer Bunnies?
No. I haven't.
Well, I have that. Yeah. So if at some point we want to, but some of the art on that feels a little like thrown together, or dare I say, amateurish.
Yeah.
But this feels really polished, and I like that so many of these creatures are essentially what is this creature if it lived in a different this environment because
there's like five
because the whole theme of the game is different seasons and
stuff. Oh, you didn't clock it?
There's a bird, there's a fox, there's a toad, there's a weird salamander, and there's
the raccoon warthog thing.
Yeah, and they're all basically the same, but depending on what area they live in, they're different elements.
I mean I'm pleased with the game. I think it's cool.
I like it.
Just based on learning the rules of it, I was like, okay, this looks like it'll be fun, but it'll be fairly simple, and it's definitely crunchier than I thought it was going to be.
Well, I think it doesn't have to be, but like if you want to like win and not just randomly play cards, you kind of have to think.
You gotta have a strategy a little bit,
Because it was hard to strategize in Fort because it's a very simple game.
Right. And this game, you've gotta have a plan, and you've gotta be able to change that plan often. So, Brew, I'd play it again.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly solid game.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like that, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, go on over to twitch.tv/BNB Tabletop and give us a follow there. We play board games live every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time on a show we call The Board and Barrel. And it's a very interactive broadcast. We have house rules that you guys can influence throughout the course of the game, virtual bingo, you can bet on who's gonna win. It's a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing you there.